big. Uh, so being new here, so I'm trying to find my voice. When you're trying to find your voice, it's like, it's not easy, man. What can you say when the world is watching? What should you say when the world is watching? Without even pretending, what would I say if I just didn't want to sound deep and didn't want to sound like I was pushing an agenda? What I would say is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we all deserve to give ourselves a fighting chance. And what that means to me is that you deserve to find the discipline and the order in your life that allows you to operate in an optimal way. You deserve to allow your genetic expression to your genetic potential to express itself at its best and finest ability. And we know enough now collectively. We know enough now to keep it real with each other. Like, we know that we can't eat anything that we want. We know that junk food kills us. We know that fast food kills us. We know that we have to kind of like go plant-based and organic. Doesn't mean you have to be a full-blown 100% vegan, but we know we have to eat a certain way. We know the importance of sleep. We know that alcohol and drugs are counterproductive to our humanity and the evolution of humanity. Alcohol is a depressant. It causes depression, right? That's the thing. Like, everyone is fighting mental health and trying to find their space, but if we lie to ourselves and we don't allow ourselves to hear the truth and take it in. It took me almost 40 years to get to this point. So I don't want you guys to think you're going to get there today. You know, it might take you another 10 years. It might take someone another 10 days, right? But I want you to hear it so you know what the alternative look like. And I want you to thrive there. There's too many of us that want to get out of our predicament. We want to make that money. We want to get that to that next level, but we don't necessarily know how. And trust me, I'm still trying to figure that out. But what I do know is that there is a lot of prerequisites to get there. There's a lot of things that we need to do internally and personally for ourselves to get to that next level, right? And it's not going to necessarily happen overnight. It doesn't necessarily happen by luck. It happens through a series of events that build momentum. You start with a decision. Today, like, my decision this week is pop 2 to 7. That's my week. You eat at 2 o'clock, you stop eating at 7 o'clock. You go for your walk every day. We have to do this from Monday to Friday. We're not thinking about the weekend right now. That's the week. If we could conquer that, we could stay in a healthy state. Take your vitamins, try to go to bed by 1 o'clock in the morning, the latest. If not, be productive. That's the week. That's one part of it. The other part of the week is pop, mail out everything you need for Sober is Dope. Finish editing the book, because you know you only need 5 more days to do it. And start videotaping more content at night so you could be ahead of your schedule with Sober is Dope. That's decisions. That's things that I'm putting on the schedule that lines me up to get to another level, right? It's little things, but I guarantee you, here's the effects of me practicing OMAD, which is you eat one meal a day, or intermittent fasting, meaning that I eat at 2 p.m. I can eat from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. That gives me a 4-hour window. I can eat as much as I want as long as I eat within this window, right? That gives me 20 hours for my body to go into a fasting state. If I just do that for 5 days out the week, that sets me up for the rest of the month. I get slimmer. I get more IGF-1, my muscles. I'm not brolic like that, but, it reduces the visceral fat in my stomach. It reduces the stress hormones and the cortisol, and I just give myself a better step. Little steps. Try to go to bed by 10 p.m. at least 3 days out this week, right? 10 p.m. What that's going to do is going to set me up for the hormonal benefits of sleeping from that 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. window. That's your optimal sleep window. You get all of the magic from your hormonal magic happens between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. in the morning. That's your optimal sleep window. You want to make sure you get there. So you want to definitely be asleep no later than 11, but you definitely don't want to be sleeping or breaking day past 2 because you missed that window. Now, listen, I'm a night guy. I have a lot of work to do. I don't always get that done. I know Sean Stevenson, my guy from the Model Health Show, is going to say, yeah, Pop, you should, but I don't always do it. But I have a system to look at and say, okay, I know when I'm off and I know when I'm on and I know how to get back, right? I have the knowledge and the know-how and I know what works for me to be in an optimal state, if that makes any sense. So that's what I want for you guys. I want you to be in an optimal state, right? Reach out to anyone in your life that you're not in harmony with. Make amends, apologize, ask for forgiveness. If that doesn't work, if the person is too toxic and you then move on, leave it alone. But when you move on, ladies and gentlemen, let it go. Let that negative energy go, because we know our body keeps the score. So you hold into that. Yo, they did me grimy. Don't like this dude. This guy be acting funny. Son beat me in the head for some money. Whatever it is, my ex this, my ex that, this one hurt me. Let all of that go. Take a deep breath, let it go. And the reason why I'm saying that, letting it go is getting you is getting you closer to those steps, that momentum for you to get to that next level, right? So this is what I want for us, ladies and gentlemen. I want us to know the rules. So not so we know how to break them, right? But we know the rules. We know how to get someone that we love back on track, how to get our bodies back to homeostasis. What that means is that we're in harmony. Your body is back. Your blood pressure is normal. Your blood sugar is normal. Your cortisol levels drop. You're in a healthy environment to thrive, to breathe, to grow, to conceive, to love, right? When we're not in homeostasis, we're in a state of dis-ease. That's disease. That's inflammation. That's chronic illness. That's that stuff we don't want. That's the precursors for cancer. That's the precursor for diabetes. That stress, those stress hormones is what cripple us and what hurts us. I don't want that for you guys. How do we evade that? We make conscious decisions to fix the stress in our lives. If it's financial stress, now listen, I'm not the master of finances, but I do have a business degree, and I can tell you this. With finances, the best way is to double down. You might have to cut off a lot of luxuries and save some money, make some hard decisions. Maybe you have to put in a little bit more work. You have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. That's the best advice I can give you financially. To get into financial harmony, you may have to get out of that comfort zone you in. I mean, you might have to pick up a second job. You might have to put in more hours at work. You might have to go to work, then come home and work on your business. You might have to save money, then invest it and suffer for a couple of months till you're back up again. I just know to get there, it takes a little bit of sacrifice and suffering, but you'll be able to eat though, right? You don't sacrifice, you lazy, and you in your comfort zone, you're going to be hungry, starving, asking people for money who's actually going out there to make the sacrifices. So the first step in financial harmony is disowning the shame and the guilt for being broke, disowning all of that and just saying, you know what, I'm starting fresh today. Acknowledge that you may have made mistakes in the past, but just say, I'm getting back on the wagon today, right? I'm going to have to get myself into a state of health and harmony where I have the energy to pick up that second job. I have the energy to work a little bit and hustle a little bit more so I get to that next level. So ladies and gentlemen, that's some of the things that I want to talk to you about. I want us all to win. So when I say Sober is Dope, because I'm the host of the Sober is Dope podcast, founder of Sober is Dope, company, Sober is Dope, everything, right? I'm the Sober is Dope guy. But the reason why I'm saying that is because we have to stay sober-minded. In the Bible, they say, be sober-minded, be vigilant, be sober, for the devil prowls around like a roaring lion seeking whom to devour. So God, whether you believe in God or not, I don't care. God in the Bible told us clearly, be sober, be vigilant. The devil is looking for you. He's prowling like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Yo, We have a long way to go. We have to get our families to the next level. We have to get ourselves to the next level. We have to get our health on the next level. We have to build businesses. We have to build legacy. We have to take care. We have to reverse a lot of stuff that happened to us. We have to raise our vibration, our spiritual energy, our frequencies. We have to embrace love. We have to emanate love. We have to glow. We have to reactivate ourselves from the inside out. Be sober, be vigilant. God gave you the keys. So when we go out there and we get twisted and we knocking out and we in that zone, what happens is there's someone else who's sober and vigilant that's leveling up. They're building. And then one day you wake up and say, oh my God, who built that skyscraper? Look at that new mall. Look at all of this stuff happening around me. We let life pass us by because we're asleep. You're nodding off. Time to wake up. All right, time to wake up, because we don't want to wake up one day and be old, unaccomplished, full of regrets, sick, diseased, broken, broke. Did I mention broken, old? That's my biggest fear, to be old, broke, hot on a summer day, waiting for a bus, no money for water, no one to help me because I was foul my whole life and I ain't listen. And now I'm this old man broke with nothing, no, full of potential, but I squandered it because I wanted to live this comfort zone in this easy life. That's what that shit is. That's what's in store for most of us if we don't want to get real. So yes, I do promote recovery. Yes, I do promote sobriety. Yes, I do promote health and well-being, but it's all out of love because I want you guys to look back when it's all said and done and you old and you sit back and say, damn, man, I have no medical bills. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 60 years old, 70 years old, still hitting the gym, still able to make love. I have about $1 million or $2 million in the bank. All of my kids are good. I'm chilling, just building this new company, got a long way to go, aiming to live to be about 120 years. You know, they tell us, our elders in the Bible, some of them was living to 120 years. That's the magic number. They say it. They say in the Bible, you will live to be 120 years old, right? We have to, I'm talking about healthy in 120, working and moving, no cane and all of that. We have to think differently to grow differently. We have to reconnect back with love. It's all about healing. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn, New York. When you go to the corner, you see the Chinese store, you see, well, not anymore. It's starting to get gentrified, but you always seen it. I'm talking, you always go and see these things. You're going to see the liquor stores. You're going to see the Chinese stores. You're going to see the fast food stores. You're going to see the McDonald's and all of this stuff, right? Thank God for gentrification in some ways, because in some of our supermarkets now, we get the organic stuff. Point I'm trying to make is, it's years of programming that I'm trying to reverse, and I'm trying to let us all know that, you know, there's a better way. You know, let's start going back to Mother Earth. Let's go out in nature, take long walks, take your family for walks, breathe. I just did that whole spin without breathing, right? So even me, I'm still tense. I'm learning how to relax, let it go, get that pressure off your shoulders right here. This is one of the most important parts of the body. Right here is where you have the most brown tissue, brown adipose. They call it bat fat, brown adipose tissue. This is the tissue that sends out the hormonal signals to your body that helps improve your metabolism and everything. So, you know, this is an important place, but this is where we hold a lot of our stress and our back in these areas. And there's a lot of DNA here and a lot of good things in these areas. So make sure you massage, make sure you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my late night special with Pop Buchanan. There's no agenda here. I'm not trying to sell you guys nothing, get anything. I'm just trying to give the background into who I am and the way I think and how I'm not perfect, right? But I'm trying to help you guys understand what wavelength I'm on, because I really want us all to thrive, the whole humanity, right? I want everyone to win, because I'm not racist, I'm not prejudiced, and I want everyone to win. White, black, Asian, Latino, whatever you are. I don't see color, man. I'm telling you, I'm at a spiritual place where I could definitively let you know that we're all from one tribe, and it's the human race. God made us all, and the world would be extremely boring if it wasn't diversity, man. Like, trust me, it was meant for us all to be here. The biggest challenge to our humanity is if we could all, while here, not while in spirit, when we all are the same, there's a clear distinction in spirit, either you good or you evil, right? And there's a clear distinction in humanity, either you good or you evil. But we looking at this when we not looking at the heart. I'm looking at your heart, right? I'm prejudiced to evil, nasty, malicious people. Yeah, stay away from me. I'm a child of God. I don't have time for that. You can take that foul, nasty, negative shit somewhere else. I'm looking for people of light and love that's wanting to help humanity build, right? Because we need to love each other, and we need to pray and be vigilant against the people who are not good, and that means to do harm to one another, right? So I'm promoting love, but I'm doing it from a point of view of spirit and essence and life, not race and hate and carnalities and mundane thoughts and low vibration and carnal animalistic instincts. I'm not coming from there. I'm not tapping into that part of my brain and my mind. I'm not using my monkey mind or my Labrador brain to dictate me. I'm overriding that, right? I'm deactivating that fear response from the amygdala, and I'm going back into essence and spirit and bringing it back to you with love and saying, let's get our shit together as a people, as a race, as a planetary body, as children of God. Let's get healthy, let's stay sober, let's improve, let's grow, and let's thrive together. And that's why sober is dope, because it took a long time to get to this point. I was stuck in a lot of the low vibrational frequencies and energies, and that had me here. That had all my cells here. I was angry. I wanted to fight. I wanted to hurt somebody. I wanted to do all these things. I was upset with the world. I kept making excuses. I kept being upset with the past. I was worrying about what this one did and what this one did, and I wanted everything to be harmonious with everyone, and I wanted to save everyone, and I couldn't. And in the process, I lost myself and almost died. And the only thing that was giving me a lifeline was that alcohol, but it was the same thing that was killing me. That's the addiction. The same thing that was killing me was giving me a lifeline. But my real lifeline was God. And to get out, I had to go back to God. That's where I got on my knees and started praying. And that's why I'm back here talking to you guys in this way, right? So listen, that's my rant for tonight. It is August 25th, 12:31 in the morning. My name is Pop Buchanan. I'm the host of the Sober is Dope podcast. I'm coming to you guys with love, letting you know that I care about you and I want you all to win. And I'll catch you all on the other side. God bless you and good night. Peace. And check out my shirt. Isn't it hot? I love these rappers. They all sober. They be doing their thing. Yo, look at them. All right, yeah, that sober's dope, right? Look at that. Sober rappers, sober's dope. Anyway, I catch you guys all on the other side. Later.